Right. Let's dive straight into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a truly fascinating and honestly kind of bizarre intersection of India's highest court and internet meme culture. We're looking at a controversy that basically took the digital world by storm and then, incredibly, made its way right back into the very courtroom where it started. We are talking about the whole Cockroach Janta party phenomenon. I mean, it's a phrase that grabs you immediately, right? The Cockroach Janta party. You have to wonder, how on earth did this totally satirical-sounding phrase end up front and center in a writ petition before the Supreme Court of India? It sounds like a complete punchline. But as we're going to see, the events leading up to this actually highlight a super serious tension between traditional judicial proceedings and the incredibly rapid, sometimes totally distorted, echo chambers of modern social media.
So to understand how we got here, let's take a quick look at this timeline. Because this wasn't a slow burn, it was an absolute flash fire. It all kicked off with an oral remark right there in the courtroom. By May 16th, things had escalated so much that the Chief Justice of India, Suryakant, actually had to issue a formal clarification. Fast forward just a few days to Monday, and an advocate brings a formal writ petition before the Supreme Court trying to handle the fallout. And today, the Chief Justice had to directly respond to that urgent plea. So we're literally watching a single courtroom observation snowball at breakneck speed into a major online frenzy, followed right up by formal legal pushback.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is looking at the exact, unvarnished remarks that sparked this whole thing. During a hearing about a petition for senior advocate designations, which by the way touched on lawyers and activists supposedly targeting the judiciary, Chief Justice Kant made these really pointed observations. He mentioned that some individuals who don't find a place in the profession become social media or RTI activists just to attack the system. And here's the kicker. He used the words parasites and cockroaches. Obviously, when you drop words like that in the highest court, it is absolutely going to make waves.
And, well, he didn't stop there. The Chief Justice made it crystal clear that the highest court isn't just operating in some isolated bubble. He pointedly asked, the things people are posting on Facebook, YouTube, and so on, do they think we are not watching? It's a huge piece of context. The Supreme Court is actively, closely monitoring how its proceedings and the judiciary as a whole are being discussed and targeted by these activists online.
So the crucial point is, beneath all this viral drama is a truly shocking statistic: 35 to 40%. Let that sink in for a second. According to statements by the Bar Council of India chairperson that were brought up in this case, that huge percentage represents the estimated number of fake law degrees currently out there in the system. I mean, wow. It's a staggering number that completely shifts this conversation from just a passing angry comment to a massive, deeply rooted systemic issue.
And this is exactly why this matters. The Chief Justice wasn't just, venting for the sake of it. He had serious, valid doubts about the authenticity of certain Delhi-based advocates' credentials. The true target here? Individuals holding fake and bogus degrees to practice law. This isn't just silly internet drama. We're talking about a severe institutional crisis, because when unqualified fraudsters are practicing law and representing clients, the entire legal profession is on the line.
And this brilliantly illustrates how wildly fast context can just vanish online. On one side, you've got the social media spin, taking those cockroaches and employment remarks totally out of context, claiming the Chief Justice was out here viciously attacking unemployed youth and mocking their joblessness. But look at the other side, the CJI's actual intent. He was calling out fraudsters, undermining the justice system with fake degrees. It's just a night and day contrast between sensationalized rumors built for outrage and a very grounded focus on actual legal fraud. The distortion actually got so bad that on May 16th, the Chief Justice had to issue a pretty strongly worded clarification. It really showed the human element behind the judicial robe. He explicitly said he was pained by media reports suggesting he criticized the youth. He noted he was misquoted by a section of the media. He had to reiterate, again, that his frustration was 100% aimed at people exploiting the profession with fake credentials, totally not at young people genuinely struggling to find work.
Section 1. Pushing back on misuse. The legal response to viral distortion.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because the online damage was already done. An advocate actually brought forward legal demands to stop this malicious narrative. The petitioner didn't just complain about the internet noise. They asked for some sweeping remedies. First, stop the commercial utilization of oral courtroom exchanges. Second, prevent the selective circulation that inherently distorts these judicial proceedings. But they also went right for the root of the issue, demanding a CBI probe into that massive 35 to 40% fake law degrees claim and investigating those fake advocates actively practicing with fraudulent credentials.
Now, given the sheer online panic and the gravity of the petitioner demanding an urgent hearing, you might expect the court to react with some serious alarm. But instead, Chief Justice Suryakant offered a surprisingly calm, measured response. He literally just told the advocate, "Don't take it so sentimentally."
He elaborated by saying, "There is no such great emergency. We will consider it." It's honestly a fascinating moment of judicial restraint. The Chief Justice expertly deflated all the tension in that room. He acknowledged the petition was valid and the issue was serious, especially the fake degrees part, but he absolutely refused to give in to the manufactured panic of a social media frenzy. He basically grabbed that viral storm and brought it right back down to the steady, deliberate pace of the law.
Which leaves us with a really critical question to close out this explainer. As solemn judicial proceedings increasingly collide with viral internet culture, how can our courts maintain essential transparency without their oral observations being weaponized for clicks and outrage? It's a totally modern challenge of live-stream justice and digital distortion. And honestly, it isn't going away anytime soon. It's something we all need to think deeply about the next time a sensational courtroom quote pops up on our feeds. Thanks for joining me for this one, and keep asking questions.